I've won and lost against the best. This old road's been a hell of a test. But I'm still driving, I ain't slowing down. There's rules I'd love to break and bend, mistakes I've made again and again. But I tell you this, my friends, I'm still around. I hit it hard, man, so far, man. No laying up, no holding back. Ain't afraid of nothing, it's a natural fact. I hit it long, man, till it's gone, man. Keep taking chances, living large. I hit it hard.
Welcome again to another episode of Average Goats. Today is season 1, episode 9. I'm Pappy. Hanger Brothers, how are we doing today?
Sun's shining.
Sun's out, better than the previous 2 days of overcast and rain and cloudy. And
Here to talk about golf.
Sun's out, guns out. Michael, go ahead, get down to that cutoff.
You got it. I can't do that anymore. My mullet's gone.
Oh no, you did get a.
Chopped it off.
Where'd you get that at?
High and tight.
It is unreal. You trying to get down to greens height on the sides there?
Trying to get down my playing weight. Thought I'd start there.
Nicely done. Well, last week was the Valspar Championship, and it kind of all weekend was Sam Burns and Keegan Bradley going back and forth, and we were kind of talking about before we rolled the tape here, kind of came down to that 13th hole with Keegan Bradley going into the water, making a double bogey. What were your guys' thoughts on the weekend?
Keegan pretty much led it all first three rounds, and Sam Burns just came in the end there and basically
Just held on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Burns was up there on the weekend pretty good, but Bradley, leading it from start to almost finish. I think it's good that Keegan had a good showing. He hasn't really showed up to a tournament, in the top 5-10 in a little bit, it seems like. But Sam Burns breaking through with his first victory, that's pretty cool because he's been playing pretty well. So that's cool. Tough golf course there, tight.
Yeah, I think what was crazy about him going into the water on the 13th hole is you heard him as caddy, they took extra club. They took the longer of the clubs, and he just mishit it. And
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe he wasn't ready. Maybe he was still flipping his club around with
He
his.
doing his twirl.
Talked about it last week.
That pre-shot routine drives me nuts.
Hit the ball already.
But you're
Sergio.
talking about
I think on Thursday nights I'm just gonna start flipping my club more as I'm walking up.
you got to
the
do the
ball.
rock behind it though. Get bent down and rock back and forth.
Lean with it, rock with
Yeah.
it.
Talk about balls going in the water and club selection. JD John Daly
Oh man, so I didn't even think about
said
that.
he said he went with the 9-iron and absolutely flushed it there. Just caught a wind gust and
I think he hit a little heavy.
I mean it seemed pure to me. Those new tour edges he's got, right?
If we had Johnny Miller on that, calling that, he would have been able to hear the sound that John Daly made and said he hit a little heavy.
He would have said, "Ooh, that sounds wet."
Yeah.
Tour
And then it would've
edge
plunked
is
in the
yeah.
water.
tour edge making a splash though.
I mean, it was cool to see him play well. I wish he would have won, to be honest.
I think I need to. I think
Much rather him win than Mike Weir.
Yeah.
I think I need to take back my comment from a few weeks ago when we were at J&M and they were fitting that one dude with tour edges and I was like, tour edges, what the shit? And then here John Daly's gaming them and damn near wins.
It seems like everybody on the Champions Tour is gaming tour edges.
Yeah.
And everybody who talks about tour edge that plays it, they're like exotics. It's hot. It's a hot hit.
I remember when people back 10, 12 years ago would talk about tour exotics or whatever that is, and the 3-wood was like the hottest 3-wood you could ever hit.
Hybrids too, right?
Yeah.
You had to get a hybrid. It
Just so hot. I never hit one.
was like the bomb driver or whatever that.
Bomb Tech.
Yeah, we had one of those in a member guest in a few years ago.
Bomb Tech driver.
Yeah, guy was ripping the dick off of it.
They even got the wedges now too, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Garbage.
Hot garbage.
Well, I think this week is the Wells Fargo over at Quail Hollow. Joel, you were kind of saying earlier, golf course that you really like.
Yeah, I do. They played that U.S. Open there.
No, it was PGA Championship.
Keep getting those
I
confused.
know.
The PGA Championship there, they did a couple redesigns on a few holes, made them a little bit more difficult. I just like it. The par 5s are really good, meaty. You can get to a couple of them in 2, I believe. And the par 3s, I don't know if there's a par 3 under 190 yards there. They're all pretty stiff.
Yeah, I like the layout, and I think a couple of holes where they kind of have the greens tucked up against the water are pretty, and you got to be on the right side of the hole there. It'll definitely be interesting. I think there's always some drama those last 6 to 7 holes on Sunday, so that'll be good.
Yeah, looking at hole 4 of par 3 is 167, but turn around 2 holes later, number 6, par 3, 249. That's
Yeah.
a stiffy.
What are you hitting there?
3-wood.
3-wood?
Hybrid. I don't have a
You don't
3-wood.
even have a 3-wood.
Laying up?
I got to absolutely nut a hybrid.
Yeah. I'd be like
High
And then
hard
hit a sprinkler?
high hard draw.
High hard draw.
high hard draw that hits fat.
Oh, man.
What are you hitting? 249. What are you hitting at Sandy Pines number 8 from the back tees?
Little choke down driver.
Yeah.
Bunt driver.
You could run it up
Little
there.
cut driver probably, yeah.
That ends up in the right pot bunker.
I'm not really liking my new 3-wood right now. So
You know what? I haven't liked the last few 3-woods. Hit them
Yeah.
like once or twice and give one of them away to my father-in-law. And I just gave Joel the Titleist. What was that one?
It's garbage.
Yeah.
Put the TaylorMade M5 back in the bag.
I can't hit a 3-wood. I told you that a few weeks ago. Since remember I dented that one I told you
Right.
that tour M2 tour from a few years ago, dented the toe, and now I can't hit a 3-wood to save my life.
Yeah, I've been popping them up and spraying them everywhere. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Very inconsistent golf game right now. But one of the names out there this week will be Webb Simpson. He's been kind of hot, playing well as of late.
Plays well here too. Isn't he a member?
I don't know if he's a member or not, but I like him.
Believe he is.
Who else been playing good coming into this one? Kind of here and there. Brian Harmon, he's playing.
Harmon's a good stick.
Yeah, it seems like Webb Simpson the last 2 years after he had like a little stint there where he had a, either wasn't playing a whole lot or his game was down a little bit. It seems like the last 2 years he's been just every tournament he plays in, he's right there at the top, top 10 it seems like.
I think he runs hot and cold. When he's hot,
Yeah.
you see him for a couple months stretch, and when he's not, he just kind of
Depends how much
right on the
sunscreen he's
cut.
got on his
Oh my
hands.
God. That is insane.
It is
I
crazy.
right when you said that, I started laughing because I was thinking of him at Sawgrass this year at the Players and just
Loaded,
lathering
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
This field's kind of stacked. I mean, you got Ron playing, you got Jay Day playing, JT's playing, Hovland,
These guys
Cantley.
like this course and they like this tournament, and they're probably just getting prepared for the PGA Championship
yep.
too as well,
What's that, 2 weeks away now?
Next week,
which is just, and it's right down the street really over in Kiowa Island in South Carolina.
May 10th.
Better double check the schedule. I just looked at it.
But
Byron Nelson's next week. PGA is May 20th through the 23rd.
right before Memorial Day weekend. The one I'm kind of looking at, and he's going to be my pick this week, is Pat Perez. I think he's the average GOAT favorite for some of his thoughts on training and working out and whatnot. And just he likes to just kind of party and enjoy his life, and then go to the golf course and play some golf and make a couple bucks.
Average goat for sure. I think when I think of tour guys that are average goats, like in our mind of stogies, drinking, having a good time playing golf, I think of him and the mechanic, Jimenez. They say that guy is the same way. Stogies and just,
And that stretch routine is phenomenal.
oh, yeah, just get that little knee, hip shake going. Yeah, average goats.
It was funny when Pat Perez last year, they played in that Wednesday charity Pro-Am. I don't remember who else played in it, but he was just comical, just interesting person to listen to. Just ribbing guys really hard on stuff.
Yeah, I think he's a self-taught golfer as well. I don't think he's ever had any like formal lessons or takes instruction from anybody on a regular basis. I don't think either. But I'm going with Max Homa this week.
Oh, we're switching it up, I guess. BDR's out.
Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot. I've been on such a Homa betting kick on FanDuel and tournaments that
You
I
just
got him
like
in my head.
following his Twitter.
He is entertaining on
Or
Twitter.
his,
But
Insta.
he played well again last week, and the guys jumped to 39th in the world after being like 417th a couple of years ago. So that's impressive.
But you can't go with him. You got to go with the other guy.
I'm going BDR. Ricky Fowler is my guy. I gave him a little shout out on the Facebook page.
BDR, wouldn't his initials be RF?
Big Dick Rick.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Gotcha.
nickname. That's what the fans all call him when he's
So-
on the course.
Really?
I'm going Ricky. I want to
Good thing he
see.
married that pole vaulter then.
I've liked Ricky's game for years. I'd like to see him get back to his elite level playing golf. So I'm going with Ricky. We're going to support Ricky and do everything we can to get him back inside the top 10 in the world.
Well, hopefully he got rid of those ugly ass new irons he was trying to push on the people earlier this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully went back to the Scotty Newport too as well.
Maybe he needs
Yeah.
to. Maybe he needs to take a week off, come up and play golf with the
Well, he
three of
did.
us at the Youche, and
He did take a week off. It was the Masters.
you know, we're supporting.
We are. We're gonna get Ricky right on the right track again. Hopefully.
Putting stroke, he needs to get back to that old pop stroke. Go back to that putter. Just get back to that game.
I'm gonna go with Rory.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Chog.
I'm gonna go with John.
I'm gonna go with the guy that dominates. Hits the
Now,
ball.
talk about a
He
game
hasn't
that
been
a guy that
dominating.
is probably shaky to take.
He is.
I don't know. You really haven't seen him from the Masters, and that's when it was kind of out there that he had gone back to his swing coach and that. This is.
I got a 6-pack that says Ricky beats
Rory.
this week.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to take that bet.
All right.
And I'm going to tell you why. He had a chance of winning the Masters at 21 years old, had a 4-shot lead on the 10th hole on Sunday at the Masters, and Yanks won. Everybody remembers him and his caddy in between two of the cabins.
Yeah, looking for that
and
ball.
loses the Masters, shoots 80, 81, whatever it was, and then comes back at the U.S. Open in June on Father's Day at Congressional and smokes the field. And
Yeah.
I think he's going to be ready to go.
I think that was a different time though. Rory is searching
Yeah, it
for
was
a
like
game.
10 years ago.
Searching for a game big time. No,
I don't think
don't
so.
know.
I think the time off from the
I don't-
Masters to
I
now.
don't.
I think he's
I don't think so.
A little reset
cock
button.
locked, loaded, ready to go.
He
I
was
think
searching
so.
for a game at the Masters.
Going into that too, he was, and he was in between two swing thoughts. He admitted it himself.
You think in this short of time he's got that dialed in?
I
and
absolutely
he's,
do, because he's not going to be going after he said it himself. Bryson DeChambeau kind of got in my head in this chase for distance, and
is Bryson in the field this week?
No.
don't know, don't care.
Yeah, I don't either. But
As
if
I
he
drink,
was,
as I drink a protein shake like him.
yeah, but you're not drinking like
10th of the day.
you're not drinking 4 every meal and
Taking
shitting your brains out.
12 shits already today.
Yeah, I had to put in extra protein in this one.
Although I will tell you, I saw a really.
This is straight protein I'm drinking through the straw.
I know this is going to come as a surprise to you, Pappy, but I saw an interesting, funny TikTok this morning.
No.
This was actually a female golfer, average amateur, average goat. She posted me on the front 9, taking it easy, smooth and swing, and then it flips to hammering a drink at the turn, and then Bryson it would just rip at a golf ball and somebody toss it in one. So if that's not average goat, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I mean, anybody ever been like in a scramble at some like charity outing, and after you get a couple pops in you, the people in front of you hit a good one, so they're like, "Go ahead, rip one,"
Yeah.
and you hit it and you throwed it. You're like, I can't do this in the normal round by myself.
I know.
It's sober.
Yeah, I just thought it was entertaining that she put that together.
Yeah, I think Rory's going to just tear it up. So I think he's going to come out and just blitz the
I
field.
think he's going to play better than Ricky Fowler. I mean, Ricky Fowler hasn't shown us.
All right, we'll
anything.
see.
I mean, this is a good bet between you guys.
It is.
6-pack, Ricky beats Rory is what you say.
Boom.
What do you want me to get that in? Those seltzers or
Yeah.
what are they? White Claws? Is that what they call those
Yeah.
things? You and Spangle?
Amstel Light Pures.
Cactus.
We had a few 6-pack bets going. I think from a week ago or 2 weeks
You
ago,
lost
didn't we?
them.
I did.
You
I think
did,
I owe
yes.
you.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
owe
know
me.
if you remembered or not.
I did. Don't worry. I have
Just
you
let
in
me
my
know
little-
what you
I have
want.
you in my little
Did I lose all
round
3?
book. You lost all 3.
Imagine that. PPY right there.
Best part about it is I don't remember any of the bets. I just know I won and you lost.
The one was a dick putter.
That is true. We didn't get that.
We only got one.
Yeah, it's really hard to get a dick putter when you only get one actual putter.
Trumpy comes up to me Saturday morning of the member this past weekend. Or it might have been last Thursday, actually. No, because that's when I gave him the balls. So I saw him at member Saturday morning, and he comes up to me and says, "Hey, I read up online, and it says these things are for like 105 plus swing speed."
Oh, the vice.
I'm coming in a smooth 89.
He said, "If you got somebody else that's better than me, give them to them."
That's
no.
entertaining that he
And I
Those
said,
researched
balls
those.
were made for you.
I said, "No, dude, it doesn't matter."
That's entertaining, though, that he looked that up and saw the old swing speed on there.
That was cool.
You
though.
like
I
Vice
would have
golf
never.
balls?
I would have never. I never really hit one. I would have never even thought if like I got a dozen golf balls
Free.
to look at.
Yeah.
I would have
Swing
never
speed's
crossed my
expensive,
mind,
but no.
ever.
No,
You like those Vice golf balls, don't you?
they're okay. I can notice after a few holes, or 5 or 6 holes, that it's just there's a different feel to them.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but our buddy Dave Franklin is a huge fan of the Vice golf balls, even so much that he gets the Notre Dame Gold ball that they put out ordered a few. But
He's also a big fan of Miami Vice.
yes,
Yep.
but interesting story related to those on a golf trip a couple of years ago. He was so jacked that he had this dozen gold Vice golf balls.
3 dozen.
Yeah, but this round he had a dozen gold golf balls.
Did he come back with any?
At the turn, he was buying like Wilson Pro Staffs or something.
Oh, it was bad.
He said, "I gotta put those away."
He was just too excited about the gold ball.
Yeah. So
Well, I was just talking about the member we had this weekend, and we're gonna have guests come on, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so as Michael dials that in, I wasn't there. Joel, just kind of go. We're gonna have a person on that made it to the horse race shootout portion of the day. Just kind of go and tell us how the member was set up and how we got to this point. It's a pretty funny story from what I hear.
Yeah. So member was Saturday, Sunday. First 18 on Saturday was net best ball for you and your partner, and it was just total score. You weren't playing against anybody for a match or anything. And the course was set up great. The greens were glass. I mean, they looked scary for putting. Obviously, you'd look at them and you'd be like, "Oh man, I don't know if I can get this to stop where the pin's at." And the pins were in some hard spots as well. They're on knobs and back sections, etc. Sunday was Chapman alternate shot. So you and your partner both tee off. You switch balls and you go hit the opposite ball, and then you select whichever one is best from there, and you play that one in.
As a scramble?
No. So you're just picking one ball after you hit the second shot. Yes.
And you both play from there?
Alternate from there.
Oh, okay, I got you now. I got you. Okay.
So
I hit your shot, you hit my shot.
Yep.
We go up there.
pick the best.
pick the best, and then
alternate.
whoever's one you pick, other
So
person
it'd be
hits it.
mine, so then you'd be hitting the next shot. Okay,
Yep.
got it.
So that format was really tough.
Really, really tough.
It was tough, just because you're obviously hitting from spots that your partner you're not used to hitting from if you're a better golfer versus a higher handicapper. So it can get a little difficult. You're going in from. They're also coming in from spots that they're not used to as well.
I love it. That's the typical once post round. Everybody's having a drink up at the patio, and they're talking about, "Oh, I put you in some spots, or I hit some balls I've never seen before." You know,
Yeah. There was a lot of that going on. There was a lot of
Early in the round, if I'm getting off the tee good and my partner's not, I probably just get so pissed off that I start hitting bad tee shots.
yeah, yeah.
that can creep in too.
I mean, sometimes you got to be thinking about taking a
Yeah,
shittier drive, right?
Yeah.
To maybe put yourself in a better spot
we
next
had
shot.
we had that on one hole. That was hole 16 on the green, putting. My partner was just off the green and had one coming back. That pin was in the back middle.
Yep.
And we had one on the hump left, just in the fringe. So it was literally coming straight down the ridge there. And I had one right in the middle of the green coming back up about 15, 20 feet. And that was my ball. And I was like, let's take your ball because I'm going to be the one hitting this putt.
You selfish bastard.
And I freaking drained it.
Did you?
Birdie.
You're excited. Your eyes got
15,
big.
20 footer, baby.
You remember how to make those in league? I'm just asking for the fans.
Birdie, it was Saturday was just an overall. You got half the amount of strokes for your handicap for the group, and they just subtracted it off of what your total was.
I was just throwing out. It's okay for you to make those in league too. You know, birdie.
I'm still trying to figure out which putter. I used 2 different putters this
I
weekend.
thought you guys had a good week at league.
We did.
We did.
Okay.
We did.
So
yeah, course was set up great. It was fast, firm, no water all weekend. It was the fastest I've seen the greens ever.
All right, he's not gonna be able to walk out. He's gonna have to walk out the door sideways.
I know.
No.
Whoops, sorry. Something knocking underneath the table right now.
And then the horse race was
Speaking
top.
of horses.
And then the horse race was played on holes 10 through 12, and it was the
That's
top.
an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
So there was 5 flights, right?
2 flights.
2 flights.
Top 2 teams from each flight, and then the team that shot the lowest for Sunday's round got it.
Got in.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 teams were eliminated on hole 10.
Hmm.
And the gentleman that we're going to be calling is Van Huffine.
I think they made it to the end and lost, right?
They made it to the 12th hole, last 2 groups in, and we'll let Van.
Yeah, let's get his
Tell ya.
perspective just
let's
on
get
the
him on
tournament and then kind of the shootout and what they were thinking back and forth. So
Absolutely.
Van's partner was Sean Granger. He's from Tennessee, so you'll love his accent.
watch him ghost us.
Hello.
Van Huffine, Average Goats
How you doing?
here.
What's happening?
We're doing great. How about yourself today?
Doing well. Got
Yeah.
back from shopping with the wife, Home Depot.
Oh yeah.
Bed Bath
I don't
Beyond.
know if you got enough time.
Well, didn't have enough time for Bed Bath & Beyond, but maybe next time.
Yeah.
It's closed anyways.
So you're probably getting ready to tee it up here shortly. I appreciate you squeezing us in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we were just briefly talking before we got you on the horn here about member. We just wanted to get somebody that was in the tournament and a little feedback on what it was like, what the shootout was like, and how everything went.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, both days, fantastic. A little cold on Saturday. Definitely windy, but by the end of the day, it was great.
I didn't bring that up either. Wind was a bitch.
Yeah,
We're
it was
used to
definitely
wind
windy.
around here, though, right?
Absolutely. And when we played pretty well, so obviously it didn't seem like it was bothering us as much as
Yeah, like
when
everybody
you
else.
play well. Yeah, it helped. But we started off on 10, and I think I bogeyed it and Sean doubled, so we were +1 off the bat. But it really had a good rest of 17 holes after that. Played pretty solid. Sean played fantastic. Had 2 birdies on a couple par 3s, so he got a 2 for 1. That certainly helped and put us in pretty good position for Sunday.
Yeah, those 2-for-1s always help, don't they?
Absolutely.
You ever had a 2-for-1?
I don't think I have.
Me
No.
either.
One time at
Someday.
Ponderosa,
One time at
we
Ponderosa.
had two pasta dinners for the
Yeah.
price of one. It was pretty cool.
But I thought the greens were, they were faster than they have been as well. But rolling very, very true. So we both putted well, and I really think that kind of it put us in a great position. I think we shot a 59 team wise.
Holy Toledo! You
yeah.
were just murdering the field then after day 1, weren't you?
We had a pretty good lead going in, so we felt pretty confident. We were playing with Bologna and Bransick, so I felt if we could just hang with them on the next day, that we'd put ourselves in position to make the horse race. I mean, that's the ultimate goal for us. That's what we want to do.
Little match play event.
Those horse races are fun.
Absolutely.
So how'd the horse race go then for you, if you don't mind us getting the inside details of what's going on in the mind of Van Huffine and Sean Granger?
Not much. Not a whole lot, I can tell you that. We, that was our goal, and we're both pretty excited, pretty pumped up. I mean, for me, that's the most fun that I have golfing out here is in those events where they have the horse races, because it's, you're pretty jacked up and you're excited. I mean, you don't have that feeling much anymore at my age. There's not a lot of competition that you could do and still be excited.
Yeah.
You got all your buddies around there watching you, and it's a lot of fun.
Get the blood pumping.
Oh, absolutely. And Sean and I were like, okay, who do you want to tee off? He's like, no, I don't want to tee off. Because I was thinking maybe I could take the par 3 on 11, but he said, you just tee off and I'll take care of 11. So I said, hey, no problem.
That ended up working out pretty decently.
I heard that decision worked out great because you absolutely hit a piss missile on 10. I heard.
Yeah, hit a pretty good drive out there, just a little left of the sand there. Put a pretty good shot, and we were thinking, we were getting a half pop, so we were thinking if we can just go there, we can bogey it, just advance, make the next hole, and basically that's what we did.
Right now, our superintendent Pappy is thinking left of the sand on 10. Yeah, you guys were like damn near on the green, right?
They were about 10 to 15 yards, 20 yards short, and then Granger hit a little chip shot that got ate up in the rough a little bit, and just on the other side of the bunker. But yeah,
Yeah, and we were able to kind of get up and
Yep.
get in for 4.5.
And then
So
11,
that's all
11 was a shot of the weekend for Sean.
Just stuffed it, didn't he?
Oh,
100%. He didn't think he didn't think he had enough. He was like, "Oh no," and it was a great shot. I mean, right over the sand. The pin was in a tucked back in a very difficult position, and we'd played it earlier, and we were trying to maybe think it's about 140, just go for the middle of the green, and that's what I told him, and that's what he said he was trying to do. But obviously, he did a lot better than that.
Yeah, secretly he was just throwing darts, huh?
Yeah, I don't think there's nowhere in hell that he thought that's where it was going to go, but he was pretty pumped about it. And it was great shot. So that really put us in a good position because the other guys, I think one was over the green and one was to the right. So we were definitely in a power position there that just don't screw it up and get the par and move on, and we did.
Very nice. Were you gonna ask something, Pappy?
No, I'm just
Oh, okay.
listening.
I thought you were gonna interject something there.
Just waiting for what happened on the last hole.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about the last hole if you don't want to, but again, we had a lot of wind on 12, going into it, and I had a good drive.
You guys had a great drive.
Yeah, I had a good drive. We left us probably about, I think we were around 142 out, somewhere around there, and we couldn't decide what club to use, and Granger wanted to use the 150. I was saying more like 160, but I don't think he got all of it. Left it a little bit short to the left,
It was
next to the bunkers.
Your tee ball was just in the left rough though, and that was some thick rough.
Yeah,
It was a little thicker than the rest of the course.
I would agree.
And then we come to the chip shots.
Yeah, I had a little downhill lie in a little draft bunker. I had my 60 degree, feeling pretty good. Again, thinking, get it on the green. We two putt, we get a 5. We've got a chance to at least get into a chip off or move on to the next hole, whatever we were going to do. And unfortunately, I didn't get it done. I was over it, and right kind of in my backswing, I watched the ball move a little bit from the wind. But that, obviously not an excuse. I just decelerated and hit it probably 2 feet.
Yeah.
So, and you could hear the crowd. Oh,
That's the thing about the horse races. You get the crowd's reaction.
moans.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was, you can't run and hide. It's just disappointing. I tell myself, hey, don't decelerate. I had some pretty aggressive swings at it, just to get it on the green. I had 32 yards, I think, is what, if I recall correctly, to the pin uphill. So it was.
It was uphill, but once you landed on the green, it was pretty much running away from you.
Yeah, 100%. So I was thinking left, but I just couldn't get it done. And then Sean got it on. Still had a chance for 5. We had probably had about a 20-foot putt uphill. I left it a little short to the left, and Sean missed that putt. So we went in for a 7. So, but I will give it to Dean and Chris. I mean, they parted, so I'm not sure we could have got a par from there. To be honest with you, that was a hell of a shot that Chris had.
Were they getting a pop on that hole or no?
They were getting a pop, yes.
Yeah.
So 4 for 3.
But we were getting a pop as well.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah. So, but
Chris had a little flop shot from the right, on the right side of the right bunker, not in the bunker, but he put it to like less than a foot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
Yeah, so it was disappointing, but that was the furthest I've advanced in a horse race. So I, had a great time.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, I know you want to win that horse race, but day 1 leaders. And I think you guys were still day 2 leaders, right? So you probably got some still enjoyable weekend. Recovered some money there, won some money.
Yeah, got some credit. Go get me some socks.
Yeah, there you go. And what was the post-round beverage of choice on Sunday, Van?
Gosh, we had quite a few actually. Granger and I, we hung out, just standard beer, multiple beers, I guess.
Yeah. This weekend we had
It's pronounced cervezas today.
Cervezas, yeah.
This
Yeah,
weekend, we
absolutely.
had our nice introduction of the new 1928 beer from Off Square.
Really?
Yep. It's the special to the club. It was made just for the club from Off Square Brewing. And then Sunday we had some Kentucky Derby special cocktails.
Have to get some of that in here. I'm drinking an 18th Street.
How was the new beer 1928?
You probably haven't tried it.
I liked it.
I thought it was good. It seemed a little
It's
sweet,
a pilsner.
right?
Yeah, it's a pilsner, kind of light. Easy to drink. Had quite a few of them out there on the course.
What would you compare it to, Van, if you were for our other folks? What would you compare that beer to?
In terms of what
What would it taste?
Square has?
What would it taste similar to in the market?
I would think it's probably more in your kind of Miller Lite type, lighter type, not a heavy feel at all, So it was pretty crisp, easy to drink.
It was easy to drink.
Yep,
All right.
what they all are.
When you were asking that question, I was wondering if you were going to ask about the opening of the 13th green and how everybody fared on that for the members, the new volcano top.
Well, how did you fare, Van? How did you do it over the weekend
Well,
on 13?
we Sunday we doubled it. Both days we were stuck into the trees to the left.
I have
good
yet to
shot
hit
at
it in the middle of the fairway.
I'll give $10 to anybody that hits and holds the green from the left trees for over there. That's difficult.
Well, we were about 40 yards to the right. I just wanted to flop it up. Wind was going straight towards the green
Water.
with the slope going down into the water. So I'm like, it was a challenging shot. So I'm like, I'm just going to flop it up here and trying to go for the middle of the green. And I used a 64 just to get a good loft up on it. And
Did you borrow that from Sherb?
yeah, I've had that thing. I get it out occasionally, but it didn't work for me this time. And and really, I think we're going to have to really focus on how we're going to hit, because I think you almost got to hit right in front of it and just kind of let it roll up, because I hit it. What I felt was on the correct third of the green, and it rolled off and right to the very edge and then rolled down. And then Sean had a putt up at it, and it rolled back down. And so we ended up doubling that one Sunday.
Yeah. I have yet to par it yet, and Michael's just grinning ear to ear.
I'd
over
love
here.
to talk about that hole. Piece of cake,
I parted in league.
birdie.
Really?
Yeah.
Might
I
have
have
been the
not-
first birdie on
Oh.
on the hole.
Thursday,
Yeah.
league birdied.
Wow.
So there you go. I
Yep.
bet it was, man. There's no doubt. I haven't parred it yet.
It helps when you have 118 from the middle of the fairway into that green, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, if you're in the left trees, you're not going to make.
You
Yeah.
can't.
I have yet to be to the right side, to be in a position to actually kind of aggressively go
And
after it.
my shot into that green actually held pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
The divot actually didn't take a full divot. The dimple, because it's so new. It would be tough to probably take a divot out of that. Was just a couple feet from where my ball ended up, so
I'd be
held
curious
pretty well.
to see what the member scores were on that hole for the week. So
Over
weekend.
par, I would.
Greatly.
100%,
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
Well, cool, Van. We appreciate you giving us a little feedback on that shootout. I don't know if there's too many other clubs that do shootouts or horse races like this. I think they're a lot of fun. I think, like Van said, gets your blood pumping. You get amped up to play golf in front of people and stuff. So
Yeah, Van. The more practice you get in them, the better
Here
you
we go.
get. I've been in quite a few of them.
here we go.
Have you won
Well, I
any of
have
them?
watched you win. Yeah, I have watched you win. So
Yeah.
this is my. I was in 3 last year, and this is the furthest we've advanced. At least I made it to the finals this time. So,
Yeah, very good.
knocking on the door. Maybe next time I'll kick it down. Right.
Yep.
Very good.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks a lot.
All right, boys.
Thanks, Van. Have
Y'all
a good
take
one.
care.
Yep.
All right. See ya. Bye.
That's cool.
So talk about bringing the lead. You birdied the new green first time out,
Piece
huh?
of cake. Yep.
We had, like I said, we went off fairly early, I think, for league last week, and had to be like maybe the 4th or 6th group that went through there.
Yeah. I absolutely ripped a drive there, though.
He put it to like maybe 10 feet, 6 to
It
8
was
feet.
inside 10, but
Yeah.
probably about 8 feet or so.
Nice.
Just walked it right in.
Really?
I knew it was in when I was
Wow.
halfway there. Yeah.
Kind of gave him the
That's awesome.
read, but
Oh, give me a break.
but
No, we did see.
But we watched a couple people chip from one side to the other.
So I think chipping around that when you miss the green, because there's going to be a lot of people that miss
I had
the
a guy
green.
in my group, driver lob wedge, and he'd look up at the flag, look down back at his ball, look down at the flag, did this about 4 times, and then all of a sudden lob wedge ball straight into the pond. Didn't repel into the pond, but it looked like first time seeing it, and he saw that flag back in the left side. He didn't know where to miss it, and
Just
he was
tugged
like, You
it?
know what? I'm going to go for it. I got a lob wedge, and it just was. He just didn't trust it on the way down, and it was plunk.
What was the yardage you
I
recall?
don't know.
It'll be cool to see that pin in that back left, back left.
I think the front pin's going to be fun.
I think that's a doozy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that around the green, when people miss the green, which will happen often, especially as average goats, right? It's going to be really hard to get up and down.
I think you'll have to putt.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
I
watched
think
the.
it'll take another year for that to really mature and finish,
Yeah, the French trains to kind of.
So we watched a guy in our group, Rick Oliver. He missed the green. Joel, Dave, and Rick were all in the left trees. So Rick and Dave had to punch up to the kind of the front right a little bit, and so Rick hit his and it went over, and then he had a little. He was pin high then where that pin was.
But his ball was about a foot from going in the rocks in the pond.
Yeah,
He was
and
close to.
so I think he probably had a little 60 in his hand, and the ball. I don't know if it had a weird spin or had to have, but hit and it released like really fast up the slope on that green. So it was kind of like, whoa, where did that come from? You're, what is that, 3 feet, 4 feet below the surface of the green there?
He did some sort of bump and run hard into it and just
Yeah.
kind of kicked it forward. Wow.
Yeah.
So, but I
You
think
have options. You know,
it's
you can
fun.
Do that. You can go high. You can go for the 2-hop chop. You can putt it on the ground, get it rolling on the ground quicker. Yeah, there's lots of options.
I think it's fun.
I think it's a way to make a hole tough by not having to put bunkers in or something like that. But I think initially everybody was worried about. We took about 25 to 30 yards off that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think with the tee box, we have room to honestly pick up 15 of those yards easily, 10 to 15 of those yards. So it'll be. I think it's a cool little experiment, like in our club, to see
Yeah.
how you can make it a tough hole with not all the bells and whistles of bunkers or this or that or.
Especially when those new trees on the right get grown in and even tighter.
Yeah, so little secret, guys, about that hole. If you're not going to be in the middle of the green, you got to just go for the middle of the green. If you can't make it to the middle of the green, you got to be back right, not back middle, not back left, not short right. Your miss is back right
On the green.
or off the green.
Off the green.
In the collection area, back
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You don't want to be hitting up to it going this way. You want to be hitting up to it going this way.
The green's more open to you there, and then it's pitching from back to front, so you kind of see it a little bit better too.
Yeah. That's right. That's right, I'd miss.
see how my
And it takes the
experience
water
is.
out of play, so
Yeah.
for sure.
But yeah, if you can't be left.
No.
You're
Of course,
just- you're just
the
dead.
birdie there comes on a net skin night. So of course there's somebody probably with a 4 for 2 or something.
For real?
I didn't get a skin.
Oh, wow.
So
That's brutal.
or somebody had a 4 for 3, to cut me. But
Yeah.
yeah, probably gets a skin on a gross week, don't you think?
Yeah.
New green week 1,
I'll tell you, boys, I've told you many a times.
10 is where it's at.
Birdie on 10.
10 is where the money is made.
Matt Reese had a birdie on 10. Got a skin.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just guaranteed.
So how'd you play it in league?
Did good. Made a par.
Perfect.
Yep. Missed it long. I was in the first cut on the right-hand side, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, man, I can cut this 9-iron in there, and I did, and bye-bye. I flew the green, though. So
Oh,
I
it
was,
just
I
flew
did
it.
too.
I was back by the cart path. And
Yeah,
so,
that's where you were.
Did a really good chip shot, and they said,
I'd say.
you're all good. Threw the ball back to me.
Oh,
Didn't
that
putt
good
it.
of chip
So,
shot.
yep.
Nice.
I mean, I probably could have got a free drop from back there, too. That was a little background under reparish.
Yeah, it's supposed to be there.
We watched a couple guys. Try to putt up the slope.
You just
as
came
our
back
tee
right
boxes
down to
around
him.
there, and
Yeah,
rolled
with
right
the
back
rain
to
and
him.
all
Yeah.
that. With the rain and that too, it's just not the smart play yet.
Yeah,
like I said,
yeah.
until we get that mowed down a little bit more and it's more mature.
It's kind of like 15 though. Left of the pin on 15, left of the green on
Yeah.
15. If you're on the downslope and you're trying to putt that thing in.
It's just gonna pop it
just
and
gonna-
throw it off. Yeah.
done.
I think
Yeah,
15
it's done.
is sneakily one of the hardest greens we have out there. It's
You shoulda
just-
saw
that
how-
whole play. That green play is so difficult. At
You should.
times.
Oh, I gotta tell you about this train wreck.
Go on.
So
We love hearing
our,
train
boy,
wrecks
our
here.
boy Davey Franklin
Yeah.
and our boy Ronnie Caraher. On 15, we played the up tees. From the whites were on the front tee.
Yeah.
So it was a drivable hole because it was also downwind. And we're not playing in the same group on Sunday, but we're on 12 when they're on 15 green. And all I hear is both of them are yelling to us, "We both got 8 to 10 footers for eagle." And I said, "Good par." And Ron puts his by about 8 to 10 more feet after he hits his first putt. And luckily, I think he drained the next one to make a birdie. But Dave made par.
So they both drove the green.
Yeah,
Wow.
with driver.
That's
Big hitter's
impressive.
dilemma.
On Saturday, I hit 3-wood to like 15 yards short. But it was, like I said, it was playing downwind.
Yeah, 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Whenever we can convince our superintendent to cut that water out in front of that green a little bit,
Definitely bring it straight back down the right hand side.
take
Yeah,
those,
I think it's
make those big hitters' assholes pucker up a little bit more.
Yeah.
that's always a fun hole. I like that hole.
I love that golf hole.
That's a good
Yep.
hole.
I love it when people feel like they can just step up there and just hit a hard cut, and we get that little west wind, and the next thing you know, it's in the houses.
So be.
Yep.
It's fun to watch.
Because it shortens up over there real quick.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Yep.
Well, one of the things I texted you guys, told you last week, I signed up for My Golf Locker.
Yep.
And I got my first package this weekend, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it real quick and see what you guys think, if this is a good deal or not, okay?
All right.
So we got this hat here. I showed it to you guys earlier. It's been on the camera today. It's a Travis Matthew hat. It's called Brew It Up. It's a flex fit hat, and on the front of it says Life of the Party. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. That hat was $34 sent to the house.
Yeah.
Pretty good deal.
Same price you'd pay at a retailer.
I think
That's
it's
what I thought.
I think it's a great deal. Yeah, because you didn't have to go anywhere for one, like you said, right? Ships to your house. It's a cool looking hat, and it's a trucker hat that's fitted, right?
Right.
So that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. And it fits pretty good. Usually the stretch fits don't work for me, but it fits pretty good. I kind of liked it. Some of the other stuff that was in the box was Peter Millar Performance Golf Shirt. I actually kept that.
Oh, they're nice, aren't they?
It was nice. So
I-
what does
I-
a shirt, what does a
so
shirt
nice.
like that go for? Like $100 bucks? Yeah.
100 bucks.
I like Peter Millar stuff. I got this.
I
this is
love
Peter
Peter
Millar.
Millar.
This
He's-
top
So-
here.
The pants I got on are Peter Millar.
Okay. We're
So
gonna get to that. So that was $88. I thought that was a pretty good deal.
now that's a really good deal.
Yeah, 80 to 100 bucks is usually what a Peter Millar shirt is.
Okay.
That's probably. I mean, you've got to figure at most of the clubs where you're going to buy a Peter Millar, you're probably at 100, 125 bucks for that shirt.
Most clubs that
But
you can
clubs
buy
are going
that
to
at-
take some. You know, they're making some money on that shirt too. So that's a good
Right.
deal.
It's not like you can go to a golf. I mean, besides like a high-end golf shop at
You're
a
not.
club, it's not like you're not going to Dick's Sporting
No,
Goods for a Peter
no,
Millar.
it's hard to find, and not all golf shops can carry that or
Right.
get that Peter Millar stuff. So yeah,
So you're online or doing something like
I
this.
Yeah.
think I think the nearest Peter Millar that you can go to is Olympia.
Okay.
so that's cool. 88 bucks
Yeah.
is good. What's the color scheme on it? What's color?
It's like a purple black striped one.
Okay.
I probably got that.
Again, it was like not something I would buy for myself, but I saw it and I was like, I kind of like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And thought the price point was right. I got a pair of FootJoy shorts for $60, and they are really nice. Like,
Golf shorts?
yeah, really nice.
Nice color.
Like those, like a tan. This is a
Okay.
basic tan, nothing crazy yet.
Cool.
What else came in this thing? Some golf socks I kept just because.
How can you not keep golf socks, right?
Yeah,
Van says,
no.
I got to go get me some socks.
Honestly, I just buy like the cheapos, and I was like, seriously, $9 for a pair of golf socks? This is ridiculous. I was like, you know what though? Let's just try it out, and I'll talk about it, and
Yeah.
I'll make fun of it on Average Goats. I put them on. I'm like,
Amazing.
my God, I need to wear.
These are heaven.
I gotta wear. Some,
Were you-
I
were
gotta
you-
spend some money on some socks.
Were you like in your mind, why does it have an R and an L on each one?
So what kind of
Wait,
socks
what?
were they?
Why does it
They're
have
FootJoy, and they got
Okay.
the little extra padding around the back
Yeah.
of your heel.
Yeah.
Which, but I was wearing around the house with my sandals. I'm like, oh man.
You're wearing them in your
It felt like memory
your
foam.
Your
Shit.
flip flops
The
where you have
tongues-
socks on?
the tongues, yeah,
He's trying
no.
to stuff. He walks
It's-
up
oh,
in front of the
man.
wife, puts his feet up.
Yeah, that's one of my pet peeves when people wear socks with the thong sandals. I had my
Sandals-
slides on. as the
sandals in
kids say.
general.
I had
Yeah, they
slides
call
on
them
as my
slides.
kids.
No, I was gonna say you've never had socks where it has the letter R and then the letter L on the other one.
Yeah, a lot of the pattern socks nowadays they
Yeah.
do that too. You
Yeah.
know, like the stance socks and stuff like that. And I got some pairs. Yeah.
So, some of them they'll put the little bit of padding in the arch there, you know, or a little bit of support there, a little weave or something.
Usually, end of year pro shop credits go to buying, 2 to 4 packs of Under Armour golf socks.
I like good socks. I like the Puma socks that we carry in the shop or wherever. And then I don't know what these socks I have on are, but they're at clubs like, not necessarily the Peter Millar, but that they carry. I forget what the brand is, but they're cool.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it was funny. I was like, I cannot believe I'm keeping these socks, and then, man, where have these been my whole life?
Yeah.
You're gonna be uppity here,
Not
man.
soon.
I feel like
Well, especially with my next purchase, I did keep the Peter Millar pants.
nice.
I put them on, and my wife goes, "Oh, those are nice pants. Those aren't something you would wear." And I was like, "They're really comfortable, but I'm not keeping them." And she's like, "Why not?" I'm like, "They're like $100, $120." She's like,
Were they the E?
She's like, oh, you're keeping them, honey.
"They're the EB66 Performance 5-pocket golf pants."
right here, man.
Yeah.
You got them for how much?
120 bucks.
That's a lot cheaper than Peter Millar website.
What a steal.
It was 129, but because I bought a couple pieces, so I was pleasantly happy with the whole. I sent a couple things back. I told you guys off here. I sent an Adidas shirt back because it had click buttons, a polo, and then there was a nice dress shirt. I wanted the dress shirt. I liked the pattern and everything, but it was the collar had buttons in it to hold to the shirt. It's a no-no for me.
No go.
Not Pappy.
Yeah.
I don't mind those shirts when you're wearing a tie. Obviously, it makes sense, right?
Nope.
But if you're
Nope.
not doing it outside of that, I don't like
No,
them.
You shouldn't wear it. The only people that should wear those are ventriloquist dolls.
No, yeah, you're gonna be a Peter Millar schnoz.
I
here
think
pretty
I'm going to
soon.
have
No,
to.
I won't be. I'm still a Carl Spackler at heart. So.
You're gonna be right up there with the one guy that dresses well at the seasons.
No, here's what's going to
Who's that?
happen.
I don't know. Who'd you say? We asked you last week who dresses the best out at the seasons.
Oh, Mr. Oh shit.
Who's got the best
Pat,
outfit?
Pat Edge. I'll
Yeah.
never get to his level.
No.
So
He's a pretty sharp dresser. I gotta give him credit.
after this golf locker package,
Yeah.
fresh hair chop, smooth shave,
Yeah.
he's going to show up on a Thursday, and Chris Myers is going to be like, where the hell's my league partner? Who is this
Right.
guy?
Well, maybe I'll wear cargo pants one last time. So he gets used to the haircut.
Corduroys.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Those are a big deal when it's cold out, but the old guys at the club, corduroys.
Not a corduroy fan.
I think it's fine. I think
don't
they
know.
must. I like the long underwear and golf pant approach rather than the corduroy, but they must be warm.
I
Just
don't
do
know.
the dress pants with the flannel lining. Those are nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't own a pair of corduroys.
So that sounds like a pretty cool.
I would definitely do it.
package.
I'm actually like, I was like, man, I should have done this once a month, but no, I'm glad.
The
Once
quarter?
a quarter, is
You
that
did
what
a
you
quarter?
did?
I did it every other month, just
Every other month.
because I think once I get out of the golf season, I'll back it down.
Yeah.
So when
quarter.
you're going into that and you're
Yeah.
giving them, they probably ask you a bunch of questions, right? And you're
Yeah,
telling them your
took about
style,
15, 20 minutes to
style
figure it
preference and stuff. Do you get to? Is it like, okay, in shirts I just want this size, or is it like these brands I wear this size?
You can do comments, so you can get as
Okay.
picky as you want. Because the one thing I did, I specifically said I didn't want a dress shirt with.
The
They
buttons.
ask you about your collars and
Okay.
button collars that bother you. I said, yeah, absolutely. This is a big no-no. So when they sent that, they asked me, hey, how'd your first one go? I said, hey, you're getting 2 shirts back. One, snap buttons. I just thought of the old warm-up basketball pants.
Yeah,
Rip 'em
tearaways.
off all the time. I was like, I can't do that, but I just told you. I go, I probably would have ended up buying the other crappy shirt I didn't really want because I need so many golf shirts.
Yeah,
I would have bought the whole box. Like, it was spot on except for that little thing.
but you
So,
didn't read my comments.
Yeah.
They must
so-
have read your comment and thought opposite.
So they responded to it and they said, "Don't worry, it won't happen again." And
Free shipping on the next one.
I told them I'm definitely looking forward to my next locker. So yeah,
Yeah.
I got onto the website and I also looked at that short par 4. I think is another.
Yeah.
Ricky used to promote that one.
yeah.
So I almost filled one out, but I'm like.
I think I'm going to do it because I need, like we talked last week, I need to add to the wardrobe a little bit, spice it up.
I would highly recommend, and I'm not getting any kickbacks or nothing from
Yeah.
them.
Well, hopefully, maybe we can. Let's get Golf Locker on here and get some guys signed up, right?
I should definitely get a little something. I should get another pair of socks for when you sign up.
Absolutely. Free
A
socks.
sock referral.
Free socks. But I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I just need the size thing, being a bigger guy like I am, there's certain brands where it's like, okay, that one is a large. This one's got to be an extra large because that large just doesn't fit. You know
Well,
what I'm
that's the
saying?
best part about it, though, is you open up the box, the bottom of the box is your return label
Yeah.
for FedEx. So I use the same exact box. I just dropped the 2 shirts back in there, slapped the label on it, sent it to FedEx, 99.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty good deal, I thought.
That's a good deal.
One of the storylines we kind of talked about between us through Texas was this Premier Golf League kind of rearing its head again. They see that the Pro Tour, the PGA Tour, has put this pot of money together to try to, thank some of the bigger players, the bigger name players that draw. And now this Premier Golf League is making ridiculous offers to Brooks Koepka. What do you guys think of like a Premier Golf League, or would you like to see it where the top names play more head-to-head stuff or team events?
I don't think I want to see it.
I think I'll probably will tune in. I think a lot of people will probably end up tuning in. And personally, they'll get some guys to play golf, right? Because at the end of the day, people do like money. And it sounds like large sums of money, right? I think Webb Simpson had a good comment about some of the guys that don't necessarily need the funds, right? He said, if you're a guy like DJ that's chasing records and different things with the success that he's had, he's probably not interested, right? But there's going to be some guys interested, and I'll watch because it's only their first year. What are they doing? 5 events, so it's not like it's competing every weekend.
I kind of see like where they could just get the bigger name guys to do an off, like not to be mean, but the TPC Deer Run is usually not a big draw.
Yeah,
it's for up and comers. Maybe that's the week when the big names are going to a certain tournament, almost like the Valspar. There were some big names, but
yeah.
But here's the thing: does the PGA Tour then come out and say you're not in the PGA Tour anymore?
I don't think so.
How can you do that?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You know what?
So
I think
Dustin Johnson does it. They're going to kick out Dustin Johnson.
I think the
I'm just
PGA.
saying, I'm just throwing that out there.
They will not. I think the PGA Tour will tweak some things to
Maybe your PGA Tour card comes
do
with a
some things
non-compete.
different. Because I actually saw that they announced in the last day or two that they are increasing Corn Ferry money.
Yep.
Jeez, oh, Pete, where's it?
So I think they might think, oh, well, if some of these guys go play in some of these events, we want them to stick around here. So
Just think about where the hell all this. Where does this money come from? It's got.
I
Where do these advertisers get
I
all
say
this
that
money?
often in things.
I don't know, but if the Golf Channel's listening, I think it would be cool to take a group of average goats
Oh, and play.
have them
Oh, yeah.
duke it out for $500,000.
oh
I
god,
think-
yeah.
Like take 16
It doesn't even have
average
to be
goats.
$500,000. It could
Yes,
be.
it does. Yes, it does.
Yes.
Life-changing.
Life-changing
Because
money,
to
I
take
agree.
the money, you're going to have to lose your amateur status
Yeah.
for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Or
I
whatever
mean,
the
they
rules
kind
are.
of do that. I mean, they're bringing the big break back here sometime soon.
That's what I'm saying. That's a good show. I'm ready
Yeah,
for that.
life-changing
I did
money
like
to
that
get
show.
viewers.
Don Donatello. Pull that string tight.
Yeah.
The whole world was against that guy.
I did like
Yeah.
that show.
Yeah. Yeah, always had a way of getting like a villain too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
that made for
Anthony- That
TV.
Anthony kid
That-
the one
yeah.
year was just
That's
so
just made
annoying,
for
but I
TV.
liked him.
Finau brothers.
To the Premier Golf, I think if guys take money to go play in Dubai, like we talked last week or whatever, they're going to take money to go play in this. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that those guys will now say, okay, I'm gonna take this to go play in this event.
But that's the thing is,
Like DJ, he takes $2 million, $3 million for an appearance fee over there in Dubai or wherever.
If this place wants the ratings to achieve what they want to do, they need to start it like right after the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
They're in some warm season states where the weather's pretty good still, and they could do events, and they would draw people for the money.
Yeah.
but that's just the thing. What if this premier, they're going to be paying these guys a load of money. $20 million is what I hear.
Well,
What's crazy is if they get 10 to 20 established tour guys where they have their cards for 3 or 4 years, and as they're doing these events, other guys get opportunities on the PGA Tour, and then they get their status for 3 to 4 years. That would be kind of a crazy.
But what if
Yeah.
this Premier League ends up saying, "Hey, you're going to be exclusive to us"?
Then you wouldn't do it.
Then it wouldn't. Yeah, I just don't think that either the tour or the Premier League could do that because I think that they'd run into problems.
The way you get someone to commit like that is if they're like halfway up the money board of a corn ferry.
Yeah.
All right, I'll kind of get to it because it's tough sledding over here, and I want to make some money. And it's,
Yeah.
But like, okay, if I'm one of these players and I'm doing great, and I start getting, how would the world ranking work? Because if I'm getting world ranking points, then I get into the WGA.
True.
I get into the Masters
to make more money. I mean, Peter Uline sounds like it's a perfect thing for him.
So who's gonna what network? Where we're gonna be able to watch this?
Sky
is one.
Sports or something, I'm guessing. Peacock.
You know, who's going to carry
That's
it?
where
Where's it going to be
that's where
played?
the
Are they all in
tour-
the States?
The
Are
tour
they?
could protect themselves and say, "Hey, CBS,
Yeah.
you're not dealing with them." Yes, we are. We're going to put it on CBS Sports Network. Okay, well, we're going to send the Masters contract out to bid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm guessing that NBC and CBS will not be airing any Premier
NBC,
Golf. But
yeah. You want the Ryder Cup?
yeah.
Maybe they can get Fox back into it because they kind of flopped with the U.S. Open.
I like Joe.
I don't know. I think Fox realized that they
I'm
can't do.
kidding.
Joe Buck doesn't even like Joe
I'm
Buck.
kidding.
I think that Fox realized that they can't do golf.
Yeah, it was
That
bad.
was awful.
I mean, they did have Holly
I
Saunders.
mean, look what happened to Holly.
and
Just gone down the deep end.
yeah, her Instagram looks a lot different than it did when she worked for the Golf Channel.
You know, the lately that you bring that CBS's golf broadcast has been kind of annoying to me. We talked about it around the Masters. You know, they don't have David Faraday anymore, and he doesn't have a show. And I know that's NBC, but he always got used to do the Masters, the
Yeah.
15 Tower. But now, like,
I think
Felda was not around this weekend. That was weird, but he's all over social media.
That's good. Yeah, it's good. I saw him in a bar promoting a whiskey.
didn't is CBS the one that the producer or whatever
Retired.
retired?
Yeah.
So they got a new one.
I think we need Costas back too, so we get the Konica Minolta,
I
Biz
like
Hub,
Peter
Swing
Costas.
Vision.
I like Gary McCord.
Peter Costas, Gary. Yeah.
I like those guys.
Yeah, I think it's a traditional voice you're used to hearing. You know,
McCord was just an entertainer, just like Faraday was.
And a lot of people didn't like Johnny Miller on NBC, but I really liked him.
I
Actually.
loved Johnny Miller.
I was a big Johnny Miller fan.
Love Johnny Miller.
He knew golf.
I don't mind Azinger, but I love Johnny Miller.
Looked like
Yeah,
he hit
but
that with a bag
Azinger
of
is like
nickels.
Azinger is like everything now in media. It's so right down the middle.
Yeah.
Don't say anything about nothing. It's
Yeah,
just
off
yeah.
collar, off cuff type of thing. Yeah.
No, you know what would have been good in that chair? It would be like a Payne Stewart would have been great in that chair. Not
Yeah.
Azinger right now. He would have been like
Yeah. Paul's got some good comments after guys hit some bad
Bag
shots.
of nickels.
He looked like he hit that with a bag of nickels.
to me he's like the Flanders, the guy from The Simpsons. Oh man, that was boo-hoo. That was tough. Tough sledding. What a bad break.
Yeah.
And I can't get the lady, I can't think of her.
Dottie?
name. No. The younger lady. She's usually
On
like-
CBS, Amanda?
yes. She just
Awful.
gets on my nerves.
With the big screen behind
Yeah.
I
her.
don't mind her. She's
Of course she don't.
doing a job, trying to make a living.
I just
Yeah, it's not her fault. I mean, she's got a position. Okay, great, but doesn't mean. I don't think it brings anything to the broadcast.
no, nothing.
I don't. It's a.
I see what they're
Yeah.
trying to do, and it's just not.
Well, I
interactive.
think that Amanda, truthfully, I think CBS shifted a couple of those things and brought Amanda in when Fox got coverage for a short time there, and Holly was doing some post-round stuff. I think CBS was like, okay, well, maybe we should be doing this, and they've just continued it, and Fox doesn't do golf anymore, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't like it.
so.
And lastly, real quick, I just wanted to remind you guys that Illinois won their 6th Big Ten championship.
Yeah, I did
11
see you.
out of
I
12
did
years,
see you.
12 out of 13
I see you
years.
Mention
got
that
your
to us.
polo on.
This is Bears because I'm proud of the draft. What a draft last Thursday.
Yeah, so let's
Talk about a
hear
roller
your
coaster of emotion.
let's hear your thoughts a little bit on the draft because you're a huge Bears guy.
Yeah, but I was all ready to be pissed off, disgruntled Bears fan for the next 2 years. It was
So
great.
you were
Draft
pleased
night
with the
came-
job that
You
Ryan
were
Pace did.
happy?
It was a roller coaster of emotion Thursday because when it comes in, ding, 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 the Giants have traded to the Bears. You think, oh my God, they're trading up for Mac Jones.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get another guy that's not mobile and average arm and all this and that, and had the best weapons around him. And so we would have had Andy Dalton, Mac Jones, and Nick Foles. Would have been awful. But now we get
Fields.
Justin Fields. I mean,
Well,
what
that-
a steal at 11.
So you're pretty jacked about
I
that.
already had the jersey on order.
You're jacked about it, and Ohio State's never produced an NFL quarterback.
A lot of colleges don't produce
True.
quarterbacks.
Come on.
So I think it was wise to go that route. I really thought they were going to go Jones
Yeah,
when that came up, but
I still think they're going to make a trade for Rodgers.
wow.
I think it's going to be interesting.
I don't think I'd want him the way he's acted.
This
Yeah,
whole
really?
process has
Well,
been
and
interesting.
Took the money and then
So
he got
anyway,
the other coach fired, and now he's got the other coach, and then
Yeah.
the
He's
Trying to get the
and
GM fired.
I'll
They're-
just go do Jeopardy. Go do Jeopardy.
their next two picks were linemen, right?
Yeah,
Weren't
they traded up for some tackles. Yep.
Which is good.
Yeah,
Good.
and then they released their left tackle,
Yeah.
Leno, due to cat. Yeah.
Who had started like a zillion games in a row or something.
Hey, what this season was gonna be with like a Foles or Dalton, and
What was the postal?
it was
Okay,
gonna
so
be-
the thing going around is Andy Dalton. I came here because I was told I was going to be the starter.
sounds like Mike Glennon. Go ahead.
Does he start day one, or does Fields? You think Fields gets a chance quick to play?
I think if the young guys are starting at tackles, you'd be smart to put Andy Dalton out there to see if they're able to protect the quarterback.
First,
But no, he has to start. You don't make that move.
Fields.
He has to
I
start.
think so too.
If he's the smartest kid to ever take that pre-draft aptitude
Right,
test,
that, like by a large margin, like blew everybody away, right?
blew everyone
Like he was
off
like a
the chart.
160 or something,
He
right?
runs a 4.40 or 4.340. There's no way you go through all this and you're going to tell me right now you can't even say that he's, you put him on the depth chart at 3 and you give him something to work for. But realistically, I mean,
Yeah.
we're kicking off tomorrow at noon, he's the quarterback.
Right now, you can take the Bears to win the North at plus 300.
What's the Super Bowl?
I don't know what that
He says, "I want more. I want more." So, what are you gonna do with Foles?
What are you going to do with
Dalton's probably gonna stick around and be the backup
You got him
then.
for a
But
year.
10
You're
million?
gonna
I mean, you're
start him.
paying what, 20 million to Foles and 10 million to Dalton to be backups? $30 million.
Yeah, he's going to be the starter, and he's going to be the cheapest. I think they're waiting for someone to say. Someone usually gets hurt in preseason too, so
Trade. They could trade then.
Maybe you eat the salary, but you get a 6th-round pick back or a 5th-round
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
back. Who
that's a good
knows?
point.
But
Yeah.
we shall see. Time will
What
tell.
kind of contract is Fields gonna get?
It's all slotted now.
It's all rookie
Is it?
Yeah,
contracts.
it's all rookie
Okay.
contracts. So
All right, because I was reading that,
I think it's like
Lawrence Steele.
650 or
all- it's-
700.
I was reading
know.
Lawrence Steele this morning. 36 million or something like that.
yeah,
24 guaranteed.
Yeah, they're
So.
all- can't make X
you mean the
amount.
guy Fields smacked around in the playoff game? Everybody forgets that Ohio State ran Clemson off the field.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
Broncos looking like the big runner for Aaron Rodgers, though.
Good, you can have him.
He's 38.
Discount double check.
Yeah, we don't talk about that around here.
Yeah.
That's kind of an insult.
What's that one fan gonna do? Hey, Rogers, what's he gonna do
Yeah.
when he leaves? Move to Denver?
Yeah,
Go to Red Rock for a concert?
pretty good
Who knows?
concerts there.
But we got another theme of league. We got a big weekend of golf coming up. What are you guys looking forward to?
I'm actually not playing at all.
You're off tomorrow too?
Yep.
And
Really?
the hits just keep on coming.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
My wife I'm missing couples league tonight with my wife.
Why?
My son's got baseball.
Oh, okay. She's playing in it. You're not.
She's gonna go ahead and play. Yeah.
Okay.
This is really dragging in.
She's got to tee it up for the first time this year, so
Nice.
which is good for her. I'd
Yeah.
like her to get out there and still play. So tomorrow we've got a baseball game, so I'm missing league. I got a sub, which is unfortunate after firing a 34 last week on the back.
Wow.
Yeah, a little better than that 37 I told you.
Yeah.
Then Saturday baseball, so I can't play that day either.
Okay.
So
Who's your sub?
am I allowed to say?
Yeah, Trent Sidabris.
Hmm.
I think I pronounced that correctly.
I think so.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think Trent's like a 8 to a 12 or something.
Nice.
So
Who you guys got this week?
I don't remember, but I had to be there at 3 o'clock. They're teeing it up at 3 o'clock.
What'd you end up? It's interesting because Myers never used to be able to make earlier than like 5.
Yeah.
He'd come in rolling hot right to
Oh,
the
I
first
know.
tee, grab a sixer,
Oh, I can't make it there.
and now he's there at 3.
Well, because the new coach wouldn't be there till that time.
Never mind.
That answers your question.
Pressing forward.
So how'd you play last week?
But all right, shot 40, but it was with a couple big
That's
numbers.
you said you shoot 41, so that's a stroke
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, had a couple big numbers.
Which holes you make the big ones on?
What was it? Maybe 12? Made a big one on 12. 14, maybe.
14. You hit it in the water? Or you hit it OB?
No,
Neither.
Shanked it, right?
no, left side.
Three whack?
Checked, I don't. Yeah, this is-
Get all boiled.
Long time ago.
14 might have been a bogey. I don't know.
All right.
Yes.
Won the last 2 holes though to squeak it out for the team.
Perfect.
So we rallied to
Bar,
kinda-
birdie? Pars? What'd you make?
pars, man.
Nice.
Pars.
Our apologies. We didn't get
I changed
the,
my putter again, just so you know.
I rolled a different putter.
I cut down a spider.
I
So what,
It's
30
about
inches?
31 inches.
I played this weekend. I played 2 different sets of irons, Saturday and Sunday.
No, you did not.
I played 2 different putters, both Saturday and Sunday.
If he would just listen to me one time.
One time.
Just one time.
One time.
So
Stop fucking changing
He
shit.
gets to set your bag for tomorrow and go with it.
He
See how it
should.
goes.
This should be the case because
Yeah.
he's not beat me yet in league the last 2
Whoa.
weeks.
Whoa.
So that should definitely be the case, right? I get to make the call.
Okay.
So I'm making the picks for Monday's round.
Sounds good.
I realized Thursday though that the game gets a lot easier when you hit greens.
It's super easy.
You know,
And fairways.
when you hit 7 and 9, I didn't hit many fairways. I only
You
hit
hit the
two
most
fairways, but
important
the big
13.
one.
Yeah.
So
Is that the new most important fairway to hit at Youche?
I think it is.
13
yeah.
for sure.
I think it
Unreal.
is.
13 and 7.
13, you got to step up there and hit a hard cut.
If 7, if you're in the bunkers, you're borderline screwed, or if you hit it straight, you're screwed. For
Yeah,
the long
like that.
for the long knockers.
Which hole? 7?
7.
7's a bitch right now. I think we doubled that last 2 weeks ago. It was
I'm going to
spot.
the. I'm
It looks
going.
open, but it's
Chase
really pinched
too
because you don't want to be in the bunker. But, man, if you miss the green a little bit right, it could go out of bounds around
Yeah.
the road.
And sadly, 3-wood just barely carries the end of those bunkers off the whites for league. So
yeah. And when it's firm out there, if you get a little snappy or hit one left and it chases into those trees, it's a
bye
bitch.
bye.
And then if you think you got an opening, you know, haven't hit a fairway all day, but I got an opening. Is that what that guy said?
I haven't hit a green all day, but I got a little opening here. I'm going to go for it. But yeah, busy, nice weekend. We're going to play a little practice round on Saturday at South Bend Country Club.
I'm not able to make it.
Michael's not able to make it again.
So you guys got the 2 of you playing.
Yep, and
We're going to have some really good pictures of Joel out there getting his tournament prep on.
yeah, Matt Reese is going with,
Nice.
and just have a good time. Bro over there, I talked to him the other day. Says course is great shape.
Talk about the course.
So
All right, well, we'll have a full report for that next week for sure, and we'll see what happens over at the Quail Hollow.
Did we figure out if I could get a 6er for the Monday round or no? We are a push cart though, right?
nah,
You're not push carting it.
I got a push cart.
No, you don't. You throw it over your shoulder, you go.
Yeah.
Some
got-
shorts,
And you
a
got the
polo, a little quarter zip jacket, some waterproof gym shoes, and start going.
I think it's
No.
supposed to be about
You're
65.
supposed to be seen, not heard.
I got a little apron for him to wear too.
No, you do not.
Yeah, with his name on with my name
No,
on
you
the
do
back.
not.
Yeah.
No, you
You're
don't.
not doing that. No way. You can't do that.
I'm kidding, I know, but how funny would
Oh,
that be?
my God.
I'm on Masters pins.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
I'm going to go get you one of those Tyvek suits we have to wear when we're spraying. I'll just cut off the hood
Yeah.
and give that to you.
Sweating your ass off.
Oh, yeah. Cheap man's Frogger. All right, guys.
Funny
Well,
guy.
Yeah,
it
thanks.
was a good time, and everyone else will talk back at you next week.
Yep.
See it.
Later.